Hello, welcome to Draw Tip Tuesday. My name is Koosje Koenen and I love drawing, and I think you do too, so maybe you want to draw with me today. And as promised, today I will share the process of another drawing for which I am using sticks and twigs and stuff from the forest, but also wooden skewers, and I actually really love the little wooden stirring stick from Starbucks. So that might be my new favorite drawing tool. Let's dive in. Again, I have everything set up: bamboo dip pens, sticks and other wooden things that I can use to draw texture, and of course my sticks and my twigs. This is a drawing that I did last time, and I also now have a different inkwell. The other one was too small, so this one is a little bit larger, which might help when I want to use the side of things, like that fork. And now I want to add more life to it. Not that trees and nature is not life, I mean it's everything, but for a little bit of a story and something interesting to look at, I want to draw people. So I'm using this photo that I took on a walk with my parents and my husband. On Patreon, I will put the photo for reference to download for my patrons. I really liked this stick last time, so I am going to draw with this, and I'm starting with the figure on the left. Really just doing this as if I would be drawing with a pencil or a pen, only I can't go into much detail. So I think I am first drawing the figures and then the rest. I can use the side of this stick for the checkered shirt. I like the effect of that. Let's check what I can do with those needles. Maybe I can add some curls. Just to give myself some context, I am drawing the fence, the edge of the bridge, and then I'm drawing the second figure, trying to find landmarks so that everything is kind of in proportion. But in the photo, things are a little bit out of proportion because of the wide angle. It doesn't matter. I'm just going with the flow. And right away I will draw the third figure, using a stick for that, which is super flexible, so it's really hard to control. But that also means that I am getting very organic lines, which I really like. And I feel like with these organic lines and with these sticks, it doesn't really matter if things are wonky, because everything is wonky. It gives a lot of freedom, right? And then there's another man-made element, the metal fencing of the bridge. Just quickly putting that in there. I'm kind of eager to go in and draw nature and see how I can sort of tell the story of the lovely, lovely walk we had, the four of us, in nature. And it was a little bit windy that day, and well, let's just draw trees and see how I can add my personal feeling, emotion, and my story to it. I'm using this flexible twig for the trees in the background. There's more trees there. And I can use that sort of dry brush effect also. Maybe I want to use a different twig, a thick one. There we go, we can make big marks because there is also a little bit more contrast there. And there's tall grass at the edge of the water. Trying to add that. Big shapes and sort of drawing curls to indicate that there's a lot of foliage going on. Ooh, that's dark. Woo! We'll see how that will work out later on in the drawing. I like how you can create gray tones using drier ink. Working with these needles, this is really hard to control because sometimes the ink will be a lot and sometimes it will just be a little, but I'm just moving on, going on. I'm not trying to accurately depict what I can see. I'm just really trying to indicate the directions also of the leaves and the foliage. With the edge of the fork, I'm drawing those people right in the back there that are driving their little boat. And now I can use also the side of this fork because my well is larger and I can use that for grass and other things. The fork is a pretty good tool, I have to say. I'm using this textured side of a twig of the pine tree. Gives me a wonderful texture without really working hard for it. I want the figures to stand out more, so I am drawing more contrast. I'm adding very dark shapes in the back because it is quite dark there because of the rich foliage. And when I add more dark and more texture around the figures, it means that they will stand out more because of the contrast. And it also means that I don't need to work too much, add too much anymore to the figures because they're there. I think the postures are great. And maybe I can add a little bit of shadow or something, but that's pretty much it. So now it's really the background that needs to work to bring the figures forward. So I'm working my way through the background. With every twig or needle or side of a twig, I'm discovering something new. And some twigs have like a bit of a softer end to it, so you can really use it like a sort of a stubby brush instead of a pointy dip pen. So you should really just try this and you will discover the benefits of different twigs. And probably you will also at some point have favorite twigs. Okay, I think I'm done. I could possibly add more detail, but I think this is really telling my story and I am loving all the textures. It is so vivid and I really hope that you will try this too and have fun with this because it's really kind of a mini journey you will take. And it's wonderful to feel how quickly you can loosen up because you have little control over your tools. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. And I love how you can discover things as you are drawing. For example, that now I know that I love drawing nature, but adding a human element in it, like a human, it makes the drawing so much more interesting to look at. So that's what I will probably do from now on. When I draw nature, there should be a human in there. I don't know. No rules when you're drawing, just do whatever feels right. And this feels pretty good. So your assignment this week is, well, maybe you can be brave and keep on going with your sticks and twigs, draw with your sticks and twigs, and maybe you can add a human element in there. Draw a person. You know what to do. You're creative. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel here. I really appreciate that. You can also join me on Patreon or join me in one of my workshops, online or offline. I will put all the links below this video so you can find your way. And otherwise, you will see me next week here with another Draw Tip Tuesday video. See you then. Bye!